Welcome back, everybody, once again to the channel, Moving Up with the Miclettes.
Moving on up.
And here we are once again with one of the final videos in 2020. Man.
I'm Sherri.
I'm Joseph, and we're moving into 2021. And as we move into 2021, we had some conversations about some things. And what's today's video about?
So today we're just going to talk about basically things we've learned about ourselves during 2020. You know, with everything going on,
Yep.
all the stresses and all the just, you know what's going on. But so just a few things that, you know, each of us learned about ourselves.
And I know we went into 2020 with high hopes and high aspirations.
Super high.
And, you know, sometimes you got to deal with the reality as it is and readjust, right? Or adjust and reassess. And that's what we're doing.
What's something that you learned about yourself?
Well, I think the first thing that I want to talk about is focusing on the controllables. And really that correlates with me as a person who I would qualify myself as a high stressor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. I know that's nothing that I share publicly, you know, very, very openly all the time, but I do recognize that about myself, that I stress about things.
Well, scratch that. I wouldn't say stress. I would say worry.
I worry about things. But I also stress about things that sometimes forces me to take a step back and look at the whole picture, right? And ask myself, okay, how can I navigate in this space? How can I still adjust to this environment? This didn't go right. This didn't go right. This didn't happen the way I planned it. And I have to take a step back and say, all right, let's focus on what we can control, right? What are the things that I can control in this situation and go from there? So for me, I'd say one thing that I learned about myself this year is focusing on the controllables, you know, dealing with all of the uncertainty about what was happening with the school year, not just for the kids, but for myself as well. The track seasons, not just one, but two track seasons, DJing, all the events that I had postponed and canceled and rescheduled for 2021 or 2022, just put a lot of things into perspective. So focusing on the things that I can control is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned this year. What about you?
Well, one of the main ones that I learned this year, and I mean, I've known it for a long time, but is that I have a G-ass VIP of a husband. Like, you don't understand, you know, with everything that's happened, you know, he's at home teaching because he's a teacher, along with trying to help our three children, you know, since our youngest finally started kindergarten. So just trying to teach, you know, trying to help them throughout the day while he's still teaching. And, you know, there's days I come home and he's so just
Stressed out.
Worried out. Stressed out, worried, you know, all of that. But, you know, he still gets up every day and he keeps going. And we joke about, and I tell him, like, you know, if you're going to leave the house, make sure you come back. Because, you know, like I said, he's just VIP. I know it's tough right now. And I'm still at work. And, you know, I have to... Unfortunately, I'm considered essential, so I'm at work while he's at home. And normally by the time I get home, he's also helped them with their homework. So it's just, I try to come in and do what I can and relieve whatever little stress, but all I know is I got a VIP husband.
You've done an amazing job yourself. You have.
This is about you. Don't be trying to flip it back on me.
But I'm saying,
Take
though,
this
you
compliment.
have. But I had. But she, yes, she has. She has done an amazing job as well. So,
all right, thank
yes,
you.
you have. Why you flip that on me? We weren't supposed to be talking about each other.
Whatever.
All right. The next item that I think I've learned over the course of this year is to appreciate the little things. And I know that because I am such a worrying person, I am such a stressor, I don't take that time to really step back and appreciate the little things. And as I'm getting older, I look back on my life and I think to myself, man, what have I really missed out on because I was not appreciative of the little things, you know? as somebody like myself who is always thinking of like the next thing to do, right? I'm always thinking about the next move. I'm always trying to be like one or two or three moves ahead in my mind, one or two or three projects in my mind ahead, or just thinking about what else can I do? What else can I do? It takes me away from the little things and appreciating the little things. And so something that I've learned, especially with you and the kids, having a family, right? Having a wife, having kids, it really forces you to just kind of pause and appreciate those little things, appreciate the little moments. Something that I've absolutely loved about being home since March is watching the kids grow up. You know, our Friday nights have changed. You know, our Friday nights were never about movies, and I shouldn't say never, seldom, right? They were seldomly about watching two or three movies, you know, and just letting the kids just have fun and enjoy, and even us enjoying that moment. Now, Friday nights have become movie nights on a regular basis, right? Regular basis. I don't know. I just feel like this has really taught me to really appreciate the little things, from being a parent, being a husband, even as an educator, as a DJ, as a coach, everything. Just appreciate the little things.
I would say another thing that I've learned about myself is that I keep my mindset on positive. Like, I know there's so much going on, and if I focus on all of that, like, I would just feel like I had a weight on my shoulders and just always being negative. But I feel like I do a really good job at just trying to remain positive, trying to see the positive, trying to always remember, like, okay, well, that day is done. Today is a new day. Let's, start on a positive note. Let's start on a good note. I try to just put all the negative stuff in a box and be like, look, there's nothing I can do about it. Give it on to God. That's it. Yeah. But I appreciate that about myself, I think.
And it helps balance me out too. Because I'll be real, like, I really do try to stay positive. Like, I really, 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 really do try to focus on the good things and the positives. But because I am, again, such a person that gets caught in that moment,
yeah,
it detracts me from that, So I appreciate that about you as well, because you help balance me out. You help balance out the home. Those moments when it feels kind of heavy in the house, you come through and you definitely help calm things down.
I try.
Yeah, well, you've done. Another thing that I've learned over the course of this year has been how important it is to stay prepared. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking about staying prepared financially, staying prepared as a family, staying prepared in different aspects of being a professional, finding ways to stay prepared for situations that you don't have control over.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a situation where there's a lot of uncertainty, and so you don't know which direction to move. Am I going to go right or am I going to go left? But being prepared to make either move has been a lesson that I've learned over the course of this year. Financially, I feel like 2020 has taught us how important it is to have your finances in order, right? That means savings accounts. That means investments, right? Investment accounts. That means emergency fund. That means X, Y, and Z accounts and funds that you may have, that I feel like this year has taught us.
Yeah.
And if you're not prepared financially, a year like 2020 comes around and it smacks you in the face, health-wise as well. If anything, we've learned how important it is to be prepared from a health perspective, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, being prepared for whatever may come. And even professionally, with so many people that have lost their jobs or have had to work 2 or 3 different jobs, finding a way to stay prepared with your skills, with your talents, anything that you can do to get a side hustle or to now add a hustle.
But one thing that I've learned about myself is that I'm going to work on trying to obtain my goals, like no matter what. And with everything going on, with, trying to teach kids from home and, deal with the pandemic and doing all that, I try to carve out time wherever I can in regards to the goals that I want to accomplish for myself and for our family. And, even though it's hard, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, at the beginning of the week, I'm like, look, I need to focus on this at this day. We'll do this another time. And just everything we kind of have going on, I feel like, okay, I feel like we both kind of do a good job at, trying to make sure that we accomplish those goals and don't start slipping and don't fall off. The working out, I mean, maybe that's just because it's holidays, all right? It's a holiday, so we we took a little break from that. But, the other things that we're really, passionate about, like this channel and, making sure we try to stay on top of recordings and, whatever that may be. But, I feel like 2020, whatever it has taught you, embrace it.
Yeah. For sure.
Put your attention and your focus into, things that are going to make you happy, because as we're finding out, sometimes tomorrow's not promised and certain things are just out of your control. But, focus on the things that you're learning and new things you want to learn, and just your passions, and try to live the best that you can.
But I think you make a good point right now. Just focusing on being happy, we know things are not going to go back to what they were before, and we know things are not going to be drastically different for months, if not a couple years, if ever, right? No, I'm serious. Like there's some things that we know that out of this situation, things will not be the same, right? And we can't try to fight it and try to say, man, we got to get things back to where they were. No, life is about evolving. Life is about adapting. Life is about pivoting, being able to adapt to the circumstances and adapt to the situation, so that A, you survive, B, you thrive, and C, you're happy. And you have to find a way to work within that system and within that structure and make sure that, you're as much of those things as possible. So there's so many other things that we could have included in this video, but you make a good point with that. Be happy. Got to find a way to be happy, y'all.
Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you have a great new year.
Yeah.
And have had a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you may celebrate. But keep moving up with us and like, subscribe, share, comment. All of that good stuff.
And we'll see you in 2021. And like I said last time, get used to us. We here. Come hang out with us. All right? Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Move on up, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Welcome back, everybody, once again to another... wine time. Welcome back, everybody, once again to... Damn. I'm rusty.
Back to moving on up.
I am rusty. Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Moving up with the Miclettes.
Moving on up.
And here we are, giving you one of the final videos in 2021. We just celebrated Christmas. We're moving into New Year's and...
2020.
What?
You said one of the final videos in 2021.
Oh, my bad. Here we go. Let's do that over.